TruVue Podcast.
A bunch of different views.
The boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny. Yeah. Son. You know what I'm saying? They really speak their truth. The hell was that? You're.
Oh man's always got a prop.
We can't hear you, man. We can't hear you.
You gotta come to this reality.
My bad. I was plugged into the wrong one, mate. What it do? What the business is? What is good? It's your boy Melon. We all back in the building again, bringing that barbershop to the box office.
Wow.
TruVue Podcast. Sorry,
Hey,
man. I'm jumping in and
everybody
out.
Give it,
I'm jumping in and out of it all around. Oh shit.
Hey, everybody give it up to Prop Daddy. I am -X. Thank y'all for joining us with the TruVue Podcast. Alley oop to my guy.
I'm just prop guy. No. That's it. Just prop guy.
And as always, once again, thanks again for tuning in. It's grown man MJ. Appreciate y'all showing up. As always, subscribe and join the tribe.
Subscribe and join the tribe. Boy, I tell you, man. Hey. Salute, cheers to you, sir. That's beautiful. I love the way you always dropping them rhymes and shit on us, man.
But don't want to get back in the studio.
Let's get it, baby. All right, man. What are we jumping into today, gentlemen? Well, we are jumping in the Netflix. No. This is HBO Max. My bad. The HBO Max. I don't think this is HBO Max. They just playing it on there. But anyway.
Correct. Yes.
Don't worry, darling. What is that, you might ask? Well, this is what I'll tell you. A 1950s housewife living with her husband in a utopian experimental community begins to worry that his glamorous company could be hiding disturbing secrets. Don't worry, darling. Labeled as a drama and a thriller. Directed by Olivia Wilde. Let's jump into it, gentlemen. Where do you want to jump in? I say let's kick the spices up a notch. Was that good enough? I think I got that timing down good on that one.
You a little short, but it was okay. I'm not mad at it. They do know the flavor is here. And when this shit jumped off, bro, I couldn't even stop myself from thinking of nothing but Rudy. Baby!
Baby!
Hey, they put the right, they put the right music for the 1950s to help build this this time period and setting that they were living in, and gave it a lot more liveliness than I guess the sterile environment that it was set in at the same time.
Sterile, I like that. That's good. Sterile.
And it really kept me throughout the film. Like even the original music that was played for transitioning scenes and when things were being discovered within the film as well. That music there, the omnious sound that they use in the backdrop also had something that made the movie more intentional in those periods or points of the movie as well. But go ahead.
Touche, man. No, I think you pretty much summed all that shit up. I was just gonna say how I loved how they did use the soundtrack or the flavor as its own character, because it was kind of describing certain scenes at points and setting the scenes at different points. So I liked how they did utilize that, and it also helped to keep me confused because usually I'm pretty good at figuring out what the hell's going on, but the sounds that were playing led me to believe that it was in the 1950s, and then I'm like, was it in the 1950s? And then like I was just like, I had so many more goddamn questions revolving around that, as well as, you know, I'm always big on the small sound effects things that they were utilizing in that as well. I thought they captured them well. They didn't sound like just normal laugh tracks or just your plug-ins for the sound effects. So I think they did pretty good at with the flavor in this.
Like, man, I don't know. I don't know what more to say. I think you two fellas kind of covered all of it there. I enjoyed the music. It did, like Mel said, it helped with the transition into different scenes. It also played its own role, like questions and answers to things that were going on in the film and whatnot. It also helped you with your confusion as well. It helped provoke the thought, like, is this in the 1950s or is this not, based off what was playing in the background? So most definitely.
Did you just plagiarize the mail? That song that they was that song that
But
they
I
was
cited, but I cited my source. But I cited my source.
yo, if
But I
I ain't hear
cited
the
my
same
source.
shit back to back, nigga.
Yeah,
You sound like a
yeah,
whole news source saying the same news. But
yeah,
God damn.
yeah. I cited my source.
that's
But I
the
cited my
song.
sources. God damn it.
So the song that they were humming, the main character Alice and Jack.
Yeah.
With you all the time. That was an original song written by Harry Styles as well.
Really? I didn't pick up on that.
Because I had never heard the tune anywhere, and they were. And remember, she was asking, "You guys remember this song? You ever heard it?" But it was a song that they shared, you know, outside of their life in the 1950s.
Right.
But it was actually written. That was actually penned by Harry Styles, though.
Oh wow.
Kudos to you, man. Way to take that one direction. You know what I'm saying? With that.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
man, these guys are on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Did that. Man, knows what's up. Any other tidbits?
Mm, no,
I
you
ain't
guys
got
pretty
much
much
else
covered
to
it
add.
all.
I just wanted to, you know,
Give
give a
us prompts.
kudos to the people who I guess put it together, because the placement of everything, I felt like it worked and it helped the tempo of the movie as well. And it seemed like once everything kind of twisted, it really went away from the 1950s music and more into like the original obvious music. So
Nah, that's cool, man. I think we kept that short and sweet on the flavor.
Shout but shout it, shout but shout it, shout, 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 shout but shout it, shout but shout it, shout but shout it, shout, 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 shout but shout it.
I love everybody.
Oh no, I love everybody.
Just want to say that. We just want to say that. And this here is all satire, and you know, these are all jokes. So I just want to make sure all the grounds. I don't think I'm gonna say nothing too crazy off the wall, but just
I'm interested to see where you're gonna go.
I don't know where I'm going. I'm just letting it fly. But I feel like they lost me after an hour and a half into the movie. No.
I'm gonna say it's only a 2-hour movie now.
Yeah, I was gonna say hour 10. Hour 10. Once
she goes to the headquarters.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. Well, there you go. Yeah, I was thinking of a way to say something without
saying it.
I
get that, because that's kind of where I was in the script as well, as far as explanation or either further exploration of how they ended up to that point and accepting, you know, getting her to sign on to it and all of that other stuff. I thought would have been important telling the storytelling as well. But I think they missed a big chunk of where society was to get them to accept joining the Victory Project where they were living at.
What pushed them there?
What
Yeah,
pushed them there?
what pushed them there? The
How did
motive
they
of
find
that.
it?
Yeah. How did it come about? The story of Frank. You know, I could have used a little bit more of Frank's backstory.
Yeah.
I think that was
that was part of my short bus too. I wanted to know more about this Messiah. I wanted to know more about this creator that everybody was so gun ho about. You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
they
Like they
had
were
Frank
his
TV and
soldiers.
everything.
Yeah, and
Frank
while the
Radio.
women were yeah, and I, who was this guy? Like they cleaning the house, listening to this man. I was like, this is the ultimate brainwash.
The power
Like,
podcast,
Yo,
baby.
do you think the gentlemen were going to work knowing that they woman was listening to this nigga all day?
yes,
I don't know how I feel about that.
yes,
That's an ego thing, but I'm not going to work and my broad at the crib listening to hyphen all day. I'm not doing it.
yeah. But some people listening to it.
You get what I'm
They
saying?
do. Hey, baby, if you sneaking around on them listening to me, that's cheating. That's cheating. I don't advocate nobody cheating. If your man don't want you listening to me, don't listen to me.
I
You
don't
know
know
what
how I
I'm saying?
feel about that. That's all I'm
Man,
saying.
But if you got to sneak, baby, you cheating. You cheating. That's for
man.
anybody.
Yeah.
But you right though. I don't want my bitch listening to your ass neither all day.
I
You
Damn.
know.
mean,
But I've been saying like the philosophies that he was giving out. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like they were all about Frank. That'd be my downfall about like any type of cult that has like that one messiah mentality. Like nigga, I'm not finna get. I can be cool with you, but I'm not finna worship you, and neither is my girl. My girl ain't finna worship you neither. You know what I'm
well, I
saying? Like
mean,
what you want?
uncovering the story, it made more sense why he was in the position where he was at. Speaking of Frank, but I'm in 100% agreement with that. It always, I guess, in a mindset that I have, it's always to be questioned. It's always to be, you know what I mean, challenged in the sense
Mhm.
like, why are you the
Mhm.
dog?
Yeah. I think that's our nature though.
Yeah.
But
No, that and then just to piggyback off that, another short bus for me. This what kind of kept it from being a 5 and everything was that it did turn. I know the part where you guys are talking about where what's her name, Alice ended up at the headquarters, and then like the comeback. You know what I'm saying? Then the comeback, like what happened on the comeback. You know what I'm saying?
see
I
that
think we could have dove more
See,
into that
right there. That part
go ahead.
did not bother me until we got to the end of the fucking movie.
because we
Okay,
still didn't get any answers about what happened.
what the fuck happened the first time? Like that's like that's what I was like,
Well,
And
it did kind of
and
tell us what happened though.
in her
but it
going to the headquarters, I felt like you should have got more explanation to Margaret's character as well.
yeah.
The one that was wilding out early on in the
Hmm.
movie. And there was really, because she looked through the file, but it was all blacked out. And you
Mm-hmm.
really just
Yeah.
never really got the full explanation. They had a backstory of her going out there and losing her child and all of that stuff, but it was
Well, it was just
mad
something to be.
weird.
It was something to be mentioned. I believe it was something just to be mentioned, but it did
Uh-huh.
kind of mention about what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because they kept saying at the end, if she gets back there, there's nobody to send her back. Because you got to remember what state she's in when she gets back to the real world. Like
But
she's
we don't know because we don't know what happened the first time.
well, Buddy was able to get her back in there.
How?
He was there
He was
because his own buddy.
but
Because
he was at work, right? So
and that's another thing. I want to know their job. I did want to know what the fuck they was doing.
while he's at work, he's out making money. So
Yeah.
he's out. He wasn't there when she woke up.
When he goes to work, they're actually coming out of the simulation and maintaining reality to get
paying the
Mhm.
bills. He out there
to
paying the bills,
maintain the
so he
simulation.
wasn't there when she woke up. So
Mhm.
who
Well,
the fuck put her back in the first time?
well, maybe he had to come home from work. He had to come home and come back in. So maybe he
That's
was
a
able
lot
to
of
do
shit
something
I gotta
there.
fill in that I shouldn't have to fill in for this movie.
Right, right. So it
No,
was a
I would
lot
have
of
liked to see that.
that was
I,
that
I,
was
did-
the
I would have
major
liked to see that.
that was the major shortcoming for me, that they put a lot of filler into the movie, but the stuff that I felt needed to be
Filled in was
filled
left
in for the plot
hollow.
or the whole storyline, it was left real. Yeah, it wasn't dense enough at all. That I needed more to it.
So like movie A, I would call it like the movie part A, all up until that point. You know what I'm saying? Before she hits the headquarters, like I was in it.
You had
You
me,
know what
yeah.
I'm
I'm
saying?
locked in. I'm like, what the
Like
fuck
I
is
was
going
in
on?
it. But then if there was more questions that arrived on I guess the B side of the
Mhm.
movie, but in all I still enjoyed the film.
It was interesting. It
But
was
I do,
like
yeah.
it kept my attention enough to where that first hour, like I said, hour 10, hour 15, it blew past. Like that shit felt like 15 minutes. But after that, I'm all like, all right, let's get to it. Like,
It
I
was
ain't
an
gonna lie,
adept.
it was kind of
It was
before that.
it was a definite attempt at interesting, but a poor uh
execution.
not necessarily execution. I thought the way it was executed, the movie was done well, but
Mhm.
the storyline wasn't. It
Too
was
many
just
too many holes,
they
too many
came with a
gaps.
theory, but they didn't have a story behind it. In my opinion, you know what I'm
That's what I
saying?
like to call good intention with piss poor intentionality.
Okay.
You gotta make that a sound.
God damn,
Yeah,
man.
you gotta make that a sound. But I keep saying when she got to the headquarters, but it was before that when she was determined to go help whoever was in that plane crash with just her dress, her purse,
Like,
and them flat
yeah,
ass shoes. I don't know. I
And the
don't know. I
heels.
don't know what she was gonna do when she got there. She
I
was
thought,
determined as
what was
fuck.
she thinking? What was she thinking? The plane
And
crashes.
so
There's debris and fire everywhere,
It's a
and you
sacred complex. She
just
go,
gonna run up there and be able to help.
who she got there this run her
That
superpower.
was kind of
I need help.
unrealistic. That was very unrealistic.
I guess she was
I need
figuring
help
there's a
before
lot
the
of
plane
sand and
crash.
shit. You can smother the fire out with sand to, just cut a break maybe.
She
I don't
I
know.
don't
had
think,
no
but I don't think
bucket, no
she
shovel,
would have known
She had the
no.
purse. She had a purse.
that.
I'm
And
trying.
held that bitch all the way up.
I am trying. That's all I can do.
Held that. I'm talking about the determination. Hey, we have to go out there. You're a coward.
Here's
That
I
a
bitch
do
got
have
the.
a question because I find this a shortcoming in most movies
I'm with,
too.
but hold on. Before you jump on that, I am totally with the bus driver. That ain't my route, G.
Yeah,
It's
that
not
ain't
my route.
Your
I'm
stop
going
is
that
either
way.
here or I'm finna turn around. We gonna get back down the road.
It's not my route.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's, no
No, but
shopping
I do
today, huh?
find this a shortcoming in most films, and it's addressed in some when you get to the movies like the Die Hards and things like that. I always have in question what type of foot bottom do these white women have to always be running barefoot in films at top speed and be able to stop and slow down and turn, and
Mm.
the feet don't be depressed or in the state of, you know what I'm saying,
They don't show those stunt
abuse
double feet.
at all. Like in that final scene, she was chucking at a what's her
Uphill.
name?
She,
She was barefoot
she was
uphill
going.
both
No,
ways.
she was running uphill at a Sha'Carri Richardson type of pace.
Pace. Going
And had
crazy.
and skidded on the stairs and ran up and no blood was left or nothing. I just be finding
None.
that shortcoming. You get what I'm saying? I want to know. I just want to know the type of foot bottom that
That's
white women
Brother,
possess. You know,
privilege is a
he had to be from
powerful,
the Caucasus Mountain.
powerful,
That's
powerful,
it
powerful
is
strength.
powerful husk.
that is a
You see what
mountain.
I'm saying?
That is a mountain foot straight from the Caucasus Mountains if I ever saw one. Cause goddamn.
Yo,
You see everything them
motherfuckers
hobbit
be
like why
having-
don't they be having hobbit feet? You know what I'm saying?
Wax.
Nah,
That's the only reason.
mountain
They
folk, is that what you saying, dog?
Oh
It was
man,
a
the
mountain.
trolls.
She was ready.
You're right, man. They need to be more realistic to this. Cause how is she getting up that goddamn mountain?
Yeah, that was like a rock dirt road. That wasn't no.
She
Hey,
was gone.
Dudes that took the shortcut.
Yeah,
That was my thing.
Yeah. I'm talking about, and then she gonna get there and then wake up and be tied up.
Oh my
Like,
god.
bitch, this is your future. You could have been staying here and went shopping all day.
I didn't get the hallucinations either. I didn't get that part either. I didn't get why.
Where
You
did
know,
the
her
airplane come from?
Yeah, well, the airplane, I tied that to Margaret's son when he was dragging his airplane and she was clutching it early on in the movie. Then it showed the flashback and he was dragging the airplane. And then so
Yeah, but
there's
how
something
did
with
it
the
crash?
airplane, but there was no explanation further than that. I just connected the airplane with all of that.
Oh,
And
so
why-
wait a minute. So there really was no airplane crash.
No. It
Wait.
was if you remember looking at it, it
It
glitched.
did the wave. Yeah,
Yeah,
it did a glitch. and shit.
I was like, what the hell?
Huh.
So in my mind, I'm thinking that might be something that that little simulation that they were watching, there may be something that messed up in there, possibly, or I don't know.
Unexplained. Again, another
I don't know.
shortcut.
I don't know.
It was one of them. It was one of them symptoms.
Man.
And did you all notice? Because they didn't explain this either. Did you all notice, like when they showed the part when they were all shopping and they had the big boom? Did you all notice everything in the background freeze?
No,
Yes.
I didn't keep that. I saw everything shaking and how they had to grab like certain stuff, but
Oh no, everything froze. Everything froze, and I was assuming that was maybe them getting back in the bed for the simulation again, or I don't know, but it was just never explained either. Though it was a lot left to wonder, I guess.
The other side of
And it wasn't bad, I guess, to have to wonder about a lot of it. I just
I don't
wanted
like
to
when they
get some grasp
I was
of
gonna say-
where your world was being set up at. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I'd never mind having all these questions during the movie, but after the movie, you should have answered the
Something
damn
for me.
questions.
Yeah.
Like, don't just end the
No, I
fucking
agree with
movie and leave me with the fucking
Yeah.
open shit. Like,
Yeah, you left a lot of open ends at the very end because even the ending was vague.
yeah,
For me, it was.
yeah. I don't know, man.
There's a
I
lot
agree
of
with all these
interpretations I think you can make from the ending. I don't think it has a certain ending.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Touche. I mean, and in that aspect, like, depending on what you look at, you got something to look at.
Look at me now. Look at me
Oh yeah,
now.
he in his bag with that.
Now I do want to say, the City of Victory made sense to me. First of all, that mountain that they were driving out to, that's actually a house. It's like a volcano house or something.
Yes.
That's in California. And that area is actually a real secluded little area out there that motherfuckers don't really want you visiting. Ain't no Airbnbs over here. What is you doing down this block type of shit. But I do want to say that it made sense in the fact that how the town was set up. There wasn't a lot of our people in there, and so it made was it Tom and Margaret? Was that the guy's name? Her husband's name? Margaret's husband?
I
Was
believe
it Tim
so.
or Tom?
I believe his name Tim.
Tim, I think it was Tim.
They had a couple. It was quite a few black people there. They just didn't have speaking roles.
I only saw them, and it made sense because I don't know too many Uncle Tom fellas, you know, my dad's age or our age that was running back to the 1950s, dog. So it just fit. It just fit. That's all I'm saying. We're not trying to step back in the 1950s.
Yeah, not that area. You right about that.
Ah, you got me. That was a good one. You got me. Yeah. Nah,
I
that's
like I did like the colors in this. It was popping. You know what I'm saying?
you said the color.
Like, yeah, like the colors. Like, I'm just thinking about the
You count?
scene.
I counted like 3 of them. Like it was like 3 or 4 of them.
Oh wow! I was just talking about the scenery,
Oh
and
shit.
the clothing. Like Frank's character, I've heard this guy speak so many times inside of motherfucking like hotels and stuff, lobbies and shit, in the conference room selling insurance. You know what I'm saying? Talking about Amway products and shit like that. Prepaid legal, all that shit. Like, this was him. This is that guy. You know
I
what
hear you.
I'm
No, I hear you.
saying? This is that man.
Yeah.
And he was living it up. And he was living it up.
Uh,
But my favorite scene was when he had motherfucking Jack up there dancing or whatever the
I
fuck
knew
they
you was
call
gonna
it.
say that next, bro. Yeah. That jig, that
Look at him
motherfucker.
go!
No,
You
but
like that?
was the music actually making him do that? Because he kept signaling to the band certain things when he was saying, "Look at him go! Should we make him spin?" And he was signaling to the band. And
Oh
then
yeah.
I think that was part of the computer programming. Like I
yeah,
had picked up on that. I was like, they got this man up here dancing the jig. Hell
Woo.
no. Shucking
Oh
and jiving.
man. And I'm so happy it was him.
I want to say they did that as a punishment.
Oh, the humiliation.
Yep. Because the wife.
She's like, we gotta go. We gotta go. You know what I'm saying? But I did enjoy the pacing of the film. If I take away the things that I wanted to happen and I pay attention to the things that did happen, I did enjoy the pacing of this for me. Because every time that I had like in the beginning, I was like, wait a minute. Because it was kind of funny to me. I'm like, is it the 1950? Because she doesn't fit the 1950s housewife role. Like her hair isn't done like the 1950s. Her attitude isn't like that. Like their scenes are very 80s and 90s to me. Her and Harry's. Jack. Her,
yeah.
Allison
No,
Jack scene.
that's a good point because I kind of missed that in the film too. Like, what setting were they actually in their real life? You know what I mean? Like, what years were they in to get put into that, simulation or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Like were they like all the way in the future, or was this like
Right,
97?
right.
You know what I'm saying? The way he was looking, it looked like it could have been like 90, 93. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere between 93 and 95. I motherfucker said I didn't order anything because it would have to be later on because he said, "Cause when I text you, you didn't text me back and tell me what you wanted." This bitch said I just got done working 30 hours.
That's true. Yeah, I wish they would have set up the more modern world along with it as well. But to pay attention to what they did in here, I don't know. I'm lost in between a lot of what set the simulation as far as the little imagery they kept showing that was repetitive. And like, how do you get that in your house and set up before you get this mug to agree to it, low key? Like,
But I don't know what you're saying.
Done through that podcast. Because
yeah, like, but he had equipment set up in his house for the simulation. Like,
I think
how do you get that set up before you get her to agree to it? Is what I'm saying. Because she didn't seem like she agreed to it willingly in the present. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, he probably just drugged her ass.
Oh yeah, he probably drugged her and motherfucking forced her signature and shit. You see, he had the bitch tied up.
Yeah.
She's hunkered down.
Hunkered.
She's down there, bro. My man was taking I don't know where that rag came from. The house didn't look sanitary, but
at all.
He's putting droplets of water from a towel in her mouth. This bitch is held captive. It's a whole SVU episode over here. In the reality.
The studio at that point, like if you might as well downgrade to the studio if you just finna lock in. We ain't finna be
man. Fuck it, man.
Shit,
man. And then I did want to know what kind of work were they doing? I really wanted to know that, like, what kind of work were they doing? But we're gonna look at me now. So if I didn't pay attention to all the things that I wanted to happen, the things that I saw, I really did like I said, I liked the pacing of it. I did like the development of her. Like she got real, like this the other side of Karen. You know what I'm saying? Like Karen's gonna get down to it. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to get to this, we have to get over here to this mountain, to the headquarters. You know, even her homegirl put it all on the line. Like she threw her husband. She fucking threw him so she could get in the whip. You know what I'm saying? Like she fucking manhandled my mans. Like, and then to see all, like they were all trying to feed their wives all the same lines and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like these awesome simps, they became alphas in their own creative world.
In that
And
sense,
then
though, with
became
the woman, I think the roles were reversed with the woman that knew, because she knew
what you
about it.
mean?
Well, no,
Oh,
they
yeah,
accepted
Paris.
it. They accepted it, and she brought her kids there, is what she said.
No, I thought she was the one that plugged in and maybe
Oh no,
just rubbed
she
his
chose
ass.
this life, is what she said.
Yeah, Peg said she
Her
told
guy
it
was with it
because
though. Her guy was all the way with it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. She was just a happy participant because she lost. It was insinuated that she lost her kids in the real world, and her kids were here, and she was happy there. But your husband's up there getting the best recognition ever, and you're in here crying and shit. You're
Now
jealous
let
of
me
your
ask y'all
husband.
this, because this is a question I did have, and it was like kind of it became confusing towards the later part of the movie because Jack and Alice's dynamic in the movie was that they were real intimate, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And
In the fake
was
world?
that no in the fake world? So was that
Mhm.
was there a chance that they were creating life in that world, or
No.
was
No.
he on top of her while she was, you know what I'm saying, stiff
Wow,
body in the
that's
bed?
Nah, I think
I
they
mean,
had
do I
that
doubt?
4D
Do I
experience.
doubt any of that?
Yeah,
I'm
they
sorry,
had.
Neil. Go ahead.
I think they had that 4D experience going with the Oculus and shit. Like how they got the Oculus and but they got a vest and shit where you can wear it. So when you get
You
hit in the
actually
game,
feel things,
yeah,
because they did have stuff on there for their sensory, I guess. Yeah, I guess you got it on that. But that was kind of weird when they was like, "Well, let's just make a baby." She was like, "What?"
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, so can they create life in this world at the same time? I thought that was kind of interesting.
Because when she was breaking those eggs up, when she was breaking up those eggs, I thought that was symbolism for like her biological clock was going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like she can have no kids. You know what I'm saying? But then when you right, Mike, when he brought that up, like, hey, we should have a kid. She did kind of look at him like, "Fuck is you on?" Like, what you talking about?
The plan. It was not the plan.
Really, nigga?
But
yeah.
but to jump off what Mike said, MJ said here, bro, it probably was some nephilia type shit going on as well in the real world because he had to get off. He doing all that shit over there in that simulation. I'm talking about. I knew something was wrong when they was throwing those mashed potatoes and those motherfucking food and shit, just throwing it on the ground.
Tell me about it.
On the ground.
But
that was a 7-course meal, wasn't it?
But she didn't touch the steaks. She left the steaks. I was looking.
That roast. No, yeah, I was like, I swear to God, she thought this roast turned this shit off.
They are disrespectful. But what's up with my man?
All that shit was the sides though. It was salad. It was goddamn vegetables. This shit.
But what's up with my man Jack though? This mug changed his whole look, his whole nationality.
Dog, I don't know, man.
He wanted to be British
a whole new me. Like,
I found that shit funny. I was like, okay, all right.
My man took full advantage of it, so I can be whoever I want. Huh?
Like, what model did he sign up for?
Man,
he gave it up. He gave it all. He gave it all, bro. Whatever they wanted, he gave it. He changed his haircut. I'm like, man, they went back to the future. I was like, this nigga hair fucked up.
I was like, what's
God damn.
right
I'm like, my man had it rough. That's
Oh
another.
man.
Yo, can
Man,
you
this
imagine
outer
me
reality.
showing up somewhere, dog? I'm Dominican or some dog, or you know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even know there's something. That
Look.
might not be something anyway. Shit, they originally wanted Shia LaBeouf on this motherfucker.
Oh, he'd have been dope. But I ain't gonna
Yeah.
front on Harry though. I ain't gonna front.
No,
on him.
Harry
Oh.
did good, man.
Oh, they wanted him to play Harry?
Yeah, they wanted him to play Harry's thing, but it was some conflicts in the scheduling and shit, and Harry slipped his ass on in there. Whoop.
Man, if they could have made him look a little older, he probably could have played Frank. That
Damn.
would be an interesting character for him.
I don't know. I think Chris Pine did it right.
No, he did.
Right.
He did a good job.
Yeah.
Or he could have played Dean. Little nothing ass role.
Hey man, you know what I always say.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Oh, man, you on your A game today? I ain't gonna stunt.
Shit. I did want to. I don't know if it's cheating though, because I do notice that a lot of the Brits and stuff, they can do the American accents very well.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I did want to give my man Harry his flowers and shit, because that motherfucker did play two totally different motherfuckers in this thing, like we was saying. Man, besides him, I would have to give a crown to was it Jack's wife. So Chris Pine's wife, who was Gemma Chan. She played Shelly.
Oh, yeah.
She was creepy as fuck. Just like, I was like, what the hell? She played that role phenomenally. Like, I was just, and then at the end when she flipped, I was like, oh shit. Oh goddamn.
You talking about Frank's wife?
Yeah. Oh my bad.
Yeah,
What else?
Frank's
Jack. My bad. Yeah, Frank's wife.
I was stuck for a second.
Yeah.
She was.
But he said Jack, but then he said Chris Pine.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. That's why I was like, whoa, what the hell?
So Chris Pine's character's wife, who was Frank, his wife was Gemma Chan, who was Shelly, and that heifer was creepy as fuck. Goddamn. I did want to say originally Olivia Pine wanted to play Alice, who was the main character, but after she saw
Olivia Wilde.
Didn't I say that? I said
Wilde. You said Olivia Pine.
Did I?
Well, boy got Chris Pine on a brain.
Shake your head one time. That might help your dyslexia on a good time. There you go. There you go.
Olivia Wilde.
Shake your head one time. That might help your dyslexia.
They
all
all
remedies, baby.
Everybody mixed up in this motherfucker. No, but Olivia Wilde, she did want to play the main character, but after she saw Florence Pugh. I'm sorry if I fuck up
Pugh,
the name.
Or
Pugh, whatever. Alice. Whoever played Alice. Florence. After she saw her, and I forgot what she played in, but she stepped down to play opposite herself, wasn't it? Or I forgot who her husband was, but
she was the wife of Nick Kroll's character, right? Dean, right?
Dean.
Yeah,
that was Dean's wife. Oh,
I believe so.
I say Dean.
Shout out to Dean, man, because that motherfucker is hilarious in the goddamn that TV show about the damn fantasy football. I can't think.
I know what you're talking about. The league. Yeah,
man. My man trying to give it a feel like this.
No, I wanted to jump in. I wanted to add in on what you had to say about Olivia Wilde's character, and I'm kind of glad she played Bunny's character, who was solidified in the space in the setting that they were living in. Like she said, she chose that life, and I thought her character and Gemma Chan's character, who was Shelly, I thought they had a nice little parallel within the film that left me confused about the wives overall.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it gave more validity to Margaret wilding out, and when Alice began to have her hallucinations and combatants with the simulations at the same time. So it made that more solid by Gemma playing her role and Olivia playing her role.
Touche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, these guys are coming with it today. If I had to crown someone in this, for me, it's definitely Harry Jack. Because when he was like pleading with her, like it was typical simp behavior because he was really out here trying to save her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you were complaining about your life and this, that, and the other. He did everything that he thought was for her, but he had to force her to do it. And in the end, he had to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? And I like the growth in his character. You know what I'm saying? I like the subtleties between him and Frank. You know what I'm saying? When Frank had to talk to him and shit after the dinner table and shit, he's like, "Hey, Jack, walk me out." Like, I wanted to know what that conversation was like. Like, bro, we gotta zap her hair. We gotta zap her brain, bro. In the real world, we gotta zap her brain, bro. You know what this is all about. And then like the scene where he was kissing, when him and Alice were kissing and everything, and she was coming up with all these plans how they were gonna get away and shit. Like, I could tell by the look on his face. I'm like, I thought he was gonna kill her. I did. I was like, man, it's about to turn into something else. About to kill her. You know what I'm saying? But and then to hear her scream and shit as he's being pulled away, I can be better. Nah, we've been told you to shut up. We've been told you to be easy, be cool, go shopping, stay in the catalogs. We try to get you to stay on that. But no, man, we gotta take care of you. But yeah, Jack, Harry Styles, man. Salute to you, man. You did a good job.
That's what's
No,
up.
I would say my queen would go to Douglas Smith, who came in later in the film as Bill.
Okay.
Didn't really do much with that character. He just stood in the street, did a lot of screaming at one point, and I didn't understand that, his whole point at all. I didn't get anything from it, so that's why I just threw it on him. I thought the acting overall was decent enough where it really was no bad acting, but if somebody gonna get to clown him, it would be him for me.
That's interesting. Okay. If I had to, I would have to go with Dr. Collins. Only
Oh,
because
you tripping. I thought he was cold. Go ahead.
I don't like he was giving me like he made me be like, hey man, what the fuck going on here? Like, something ain't right with this.
That's why I liked it. That's why I
Like,
liked this character, because I know what's happening here.
Right.
And I have to do. He had the position of, I have to keep this thing running, so I have to be able to monitor and administer the right stuff to enforce this whole thing. Yeah, I didn't mind it. I liked it.
I didn't,
and I thought it was slick to put the enforcer as the doctor.
Yeah,
right. I thought that was hilarious.
Like, wow,
look at
she was
Dr.
asking
Fauci.
questions. So what did you do? And that motherfucker was like, you
wouldn't want me to discuss
it. I was just like, oh damn. But no, man, and that's not saying that I didn't like him in the theater, because I enjoyed him. To me, he was damn near like a comic relief. But if I had to give it to somebody, it would be him. But that's just a credit to how solid the acting was in this. Like, even the background characters were decent, and they
I like Peter
looking and smiling.
You bring up the background characters. Now, do you think they were a part of the program, like a part of the system, or do you think they were also locked in as well?
I think everybody there was locked in. Like, everybody there chose to be there.
Just at different levels, because they were talking about people who were invited to certain places and certain things. You know what I'm saying? So
everybody got a certain job, and nobody shares anything. So I was like, okay, that's slick. That's slick. But yeah, I didn't find many queens in this.
I mean, if I had to put one on somebody, it would be Peter ass. I like Peter character. I just didn't like him. Last
Peter.
name Allah.
Oh,
Or
okay. I know what you're
Ali.
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't like his character.
Is that because he
He was
stole a black woman? Was that Peter?
well, it was no, it wasn't that. It was just like I didn't like when he was like he showed how uncertain he was so early. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I knew this was gonna be a non-tie affair. He ever took off his tie and Frank liked that. He liked that little joke I said, shit like that. I was just like,
Oh, his character was alright for me.
Yeah,
I would have gave it. I would have gave it
I
to
like
Ted or something before him.
Because I felt like that motherfucker was behind the 8 ball because his wife was already fucking up. So he was like, he just tried to impress to stay there. Like, he like, I don't want to get kicked out this motherfucker, man. Come on. He was giving me them vibes. But yeah.
No, Peter was. Wait, are you trying to say Peter was with Margaret?
Yeah, wasn't he?
No.
No,
Peter wasn't with
no.
Margaret.
Oh, he wasn't?
Peter was with
No.
Peter was with the pregnant chick.
Who the hell was with Margaret?
But she was with like just a
Ted.
guy. I think his name was Tim or Ted or some shit.
Ted.
But he didn't really have any speaking roles and shit.
Yeah, it was
Only
Peg
he was
and Peter,
like,
I thought.
Oh, you might be right.
Yep, Peg and Peter.
Poor Ted. He just came in and left, huh?
Well, you know, he got fired, remember?
Yeah.
He got fired because of his wife.
R.I.P. Oh, shit. We got any other crowns? Well, that's beautiful, man. Let's go ahead and have some fun with this motherfucker. It is everyone's favorite game show. Rename that movie. Put your titties on the glass.
Put your titties on the glass. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Oh, man. Yeah, you see when she got pressed up against the wall?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Butter them biscuits.
Oh.
Yeah.
The main course. God damn it.
How to keep a bitch.
Damn.
Oh man. Being kept.
Home
Let
Alone.
me hold you down. Looking ass.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All
Frank's bitches.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
All Frank's bitches.
God damn it.
All Frank's bitches. Okay.
I said a long walk home.
Okay. Frank White.
Damn.
I want in. Yeah.
Down the
Victory
dusty
Road.
trail.
Victory Road is what you said? Down Victory Lane, you said? I like down Victory Lane.
The Oregon Trail.
No, you off on that one.
Damn. That's that shit.
Victory is mine. Victory is mine.
Victory is mine.
The sand.
Victory is mine today.
Oh my God.
I told Satan
Hey.
behind.
Come on now.
Victory is mine today. Yeah, I like that one. I want that one.
I want that one. Sandlot, nah, I'm not with that. The Outer World.
Unplugged.
Let me save you.
We on the block.
Eyes wide shut.
O Block.
It's an O Block.
Jacked in.
Okay.
Video games and mimosas.
Damn.
This is Passport Bros.
Frankly speaking.
Y'all sleep on that one, Passport Bros. Nigga, them niggas all had their fish tied to the bed, dog.
they all got together and did it and shit. Like, all right, man, drugs. I bet you're gonna all take
understand
my
what that
way.
term is right now.
The Passport Boys. They go around.
Passport Bros.
They go around fucking people.
Well, it's not necessarily that. This is a group of men who have gotten their passport. They are saying that they're going to basically third world countries: Brazil, Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, shit like that, to meet women of traditional value, so-called, to marry, but none of them really bring them back to the States. And a lot of it is being like, they just had them on the news talking about they was being exploited. One dude was getting ran out of Brazil for talking about the women out here is easy and all this other shit. So but basically that's why I said it like that, the Passport Bros, because these niggas, they went to a whole nother destination and kept their bitch strapped down looking for a submissive woman, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
It is an extreme.
Frankly speaking.
Frank the Tank.
Ooh.
Virtual intercourse.
Frankenstein. God damn it.
I like that.
The unthankful bitch. It's unthankful. It was my life.
Oh no, I ain't got
And
no
you took it away from me. Sometimes you gotta let a motherfucker be miserable.
Hidden hoes.
Hidden hoes.
Hidden hoes.
Oh. Yeah, she was hiding that hole up in goddamn and Frank's goddamn bedroom.
No, I like Passport Bros. I like Frankly Speaking, and I like one of the ones that was said earlier.
Victory is mine.
Yeah, Victory is mine. That was it.
All right, let's vote on it.
Well, Victory is mine.
Yeah, I like
those down.
You can't.
I might be on Victory is mine too, but I got two of them in there. What you mean? I can't vote for mine.
You only got one.
I said Victory is mine, and I said
oh yeah, I just sung the song.
Damn.
Yeah, and I said the other one.
Yeah, I do like that Victory is mine, but that Frankly Speaking, that go hard too though.
Frankly Speaking, go hard.
I said that go with the podcast. They go with all of it. Frank just talking in these bitches' ears. Frank,
look, this nigga selling it, boy.
He trying
that shit, man.
Working, but
just say,
we know this is the Victory Project. The town was called Victory.
You know what,
Victory
man?
Is mine.
Only because Hyphen sung the damn song will I go with it.
Yeah, it was powerful. Powerful. It moved me.
Oh shit. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. God damn it, Mike the one another goddamn week. But
damn, son.
That's pretty much the official TruVue rename for Don't Worry, Darling. Currently streaming on HBO Max is Victory is Mine. Victory is mine.
Come on now.
Victory today is mine.
Yes, come on.
I told Frank, get your ass behind. Because victory today is mine.
That's right.
And this is the nigga that be burning all the sage.
Fucking
this
Frank.
nigga out here that's making a mockery.
Man, hey, man. Victory is mine. And the official TruVue score for Don't Worry, Darling is
Find out. 1, 2, 3, 3.
It's a 3, but it is a high 3. So
Yeah.
no, wait,
To
this
be
was
fair,
yeah,
about a
yeah,
3.7 or so, somewhere
yeah.
we gave it around there.
So no, man. Recap, recommendation, rewatchability. I don't know if I'll rewatch this, to be honest. I don't think I will, but it is a recommendable movie, I guess. Just because it puts a nice little twist and on the story, and it has a bit of mystery behind it. So I might push this towards my detective watching people, my mystery people try and figure it out. Also, maybe the gamers, maybe, not certain on that, but it wasn't a bad movie. I don't want that, don't want it to sound like it was a bad movie, but it wasn't good enough for me to rewatch it because it left me with too many questions. So
Well, I'll definitely rewatch this and I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna rewatch it based off the conversation that was had today. I think I missed a couple of points, so I want to go back and rewatch it. Uh, I will recommend this just like it was recommended to me. I didn't even know this was about a virtual reality anything before watching this, and to be able to pick up on that while I'm watching it, that was pretty dope to me. So definitely recommend it, and I'm definitely rewatching it.
Yeah, I think might be along the lines of Lamel. Like I don't find myself rewatching it, and it's not necessarily for the holes that were left in the film. It's more so for the finality of it, the way it wrapped up. I think it doesn't make it more. It doesn't give it like a savory rewatch. But I would recommend it. I think the concept is interesting enough as far as what was your quote, Lamel? This is interesting, but not.
I don't even remember. I pulled this shit out my ass. It
Okay.
was yeah. I don't even
Yeah.
know what I said.
So
It's,
it wasn't one of his sins after all, but that's kind of how I felt about it. You know what I'm saying? No, it was definitely interesting. It just had a poor execution or just evolvement of the theory that they tried to
oh,
pursue.
you talking about that?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said it had great intention, but piss poor intentionality.
yeah. There you go.
There you go.
That's
You threw me
what
off
I
with the
mean.
interesting. You threw me off with the
Okay.
interesting.
Woo. Okay, so it is his quote. Okay. All right. It is his
Glad we
quote.
clear that up.
Woo. I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad that it's on the record here. Okay. But I think that's exactly where it sits at with me. And for a recommendation, I think is interesting enough for somebody to sit down and give it a couple hours. That's where I'm at.
No, man, I think that's a good take, man. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all can let us know if we got it right or wrong. Drop that in the notes, man. Thank you for riding with us over at the TruVue Podcast at YouTube, and thank you for riding with us at TruVuePodcast.com. Be sure to hit that bell for notifications, that thumbs up, leave a comment. We do respond. And drop your renames in there. You know, if we can beat out Victory is Mine, that would be greatly appreciated. Just so Mike don't keep on bodying us on these goddamn renames. I mean, we try.
It's getting personal. It's getting
It is.
personal, man.
It's getting real personal, dog.
Like,
It's getting personal, man.
but
Hey, man, follow us, man. Comment. Let us know what it is that you want us to go ahead and watch and review for you. Also, go ahead and drop a comment for real, man.
Yeah, you
Go ahead and
tell us
give
if you liked it or you didn't like it. You ain't got to be nothing
yeah.
too elaborate.
Or you know what? If you can't even do that,
leave some
click
you
on
want
that
us
thumbs
to
up.
I was gonna say leave some.
Click on that thumb. Yeah, click those thumbs up for us too, man.
You know,
We
tell
need
us
you,
we
man.
off with the score or something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, we need you. You don't agree? Go ahead, let us know why. You know what I'm saying? Alley to my guy.
Nah, man, we do appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for listening. And you know, we here at the TruVue Podcast do know that your time is very precious. So
Very.
ride with us and let us help you weed through the bullshit that's out there streaming and everything that's gonna leave your brain screaming. God damn it. Listen to the TruVue Podcast and we're gonna get you through it. You know what I'm saying? TruVue Podcast, do not waste your time with the other bullshit. Fucking decayed fruit and goddamn letters and all this other bullshit. We coming for their ass. Hopefully they buy us out. But oh shit, I didn't hit the mute button. My bad. Yeah, man. But you know, we always say here at the TruVue Podcast,
Can't save no hoes.
It's cheaper to keep her.
it really is. That's the fucking truth, man.
That's my other rename. You suckers.
No, it's too late, man. All right. Stop. You just be throwing this shit, man. Go watch some shit, man. This motherfucker just be throwing shit out. TruVue Podcast.
A bunch of different views.
The boys keep it real, man. I really like listening to them, man. They funny. Yeah.
Son.
You know what I'm saying?
They really speak their truth.
The hell was that?
You're